If you want to achieve your goal, you need to know your why. I just finished a coaching call with a client and we've been working already for a while. And she's been all the time struggling to work on herself, to make, like daily rituals and so. And although she did quite some progress, it was never really, like she couldn't make a breakthrough. And I asked her, why do you want to do? Yes, I want to have a different life. I want to, like be happier, and I asked her, why do you want to do this? Yeah, because it's more fun to live. It's easier to live. It's this and that. And the real point is that if you did not achieve yet your goal, probably your why is not strong enough. Because then I ask her, there is always, we know that our motivators, there are two possibilities. Either we are motivated by our pleasure or we are motivated by our pain. And the pleasure motivator is really much harder because like we have a vision, because we all want to have more beautiful life, we want to have more money. But this is somehow not enough that will really make a change. But on the other side, if we look at life right now, like I'm living in a crappy apartment, I'm driving a like a broken down car, I'm struggling from month to month financially, and then I just hit my fist on the table and I say, enough is enough. Now I want to change. Never again my life like this. And then I ask her, okay, you have a 4-year-old son, and do you have maybe like in your bank 25,000 euros? And she said, no, I don't have. But let's say, just for the purpose of discovering life, not that we don't talk about getting some karma or something. If let's say your son would be kidnapped now, and then you would receive a message like until 5 o'clock in the evening, you need to bring 25,000 euros. Would you find it? She said, yes, of course. How would you find it? Doesn't matter. What would you do that, that you would get it? It doesn't matter. I would beg, I would borrow, I would, I wouldn't cheat, I wouldn't rob the bank. But, many people in such a situation, they would even start to think, okay, I would even rob a bank to get this money to save my child. So, and from this, you see, it's when it's motivation strong enough, the how doesn't really matter. The real question is, why do I want? Why do I want more beautiful life? Why do I want happier relationship? And of course, there is one trick. Because, whatever we have in life, it is because we have a story. Story is why is like that and why do we want something or whatever. And we can adjust, we can adapt the story to make it worse. In reality, if you look the life we are in now and the life we want to have, it's really not a happy story. But we can really adjust our story and we can make it in our mind a worse scenario. Like, for example, I'm driving some car, and then I make myself a story, that helps me, that I see that car as a really something that is not for me, that is not supportive, the house, I'm living in, the environment, the amount of money. And then I say, I never again, I want to live that kind of, life. Because we always hear that, there is kind of financial thermostat. Because let's see, if you take a billionaire and then something happen or a stock market crashes or something like this, and they lose all the money, but in a very short time they gain all the money back. Why? Because their financial thermostat is wired that way. So basically this is his story. I can never live, I would never allow to have a life and not to have a yacht. I would never live a life not to have maybe 3 homes in a different places. I would never allow to, like that my wife would not be able to buy whatever she wants and go on a vacation like this. And you can find that story in your life, or you can create one. It doesn't need that it's completely real. It could be fabricated, but you need to find a why. If you want to lose your weight, we always say, we need to love yourself, we need to respect yourself. But sometimes maybe if you need a strong motivation, just, go lock your apartment, make sure that the kids are in the rooms if you have them, and then just go in front of the mirror and take your clothes off, and then you say, you fat guy, this is it. No more chocolate, no more fast food, this is it. Never more, never again, and then you need to have this story in your mind, and every morning when you wake up, you say, never again. I need to have a different life. I need to have a different standard. I need to earn more money. So what is your story? What is your why? Because when you have your why, you will find the way to find the how. Many people always say, I don't know how to start. I don't know how to do. It doesn't matter how. Sometimes somebody comes to me and, like a lady without any money and, this, what can I'm unemployed for many years, I couldn't find like something heartfelt job or something like this. Who cares about this? When you need to do something, you need to do. If you would realize that maybe within a month you have nothing to put on the table, you have no money to feed your children, what could you do? I mean, who cares what? You just take a towel, like some cleaning equipment, make some leaflets and go from door to door. Hello, like, I'm Jenny. I'm just looking for some new opportunities. Would you maybe consider that, somebody else would clean your house? And maybe 10 people would say no, and then you find somebody who said, oh really, no, I was just thinking that maybe I'm too, I have too many things to do, and I would really appreciate some help in like with the cleaning, with the washing dishes, or with clothes and so on. And here you got a job. It doesn't matter how it will show up when you know why, but why it is in your mind. And if your why is like, I need really money that I can feed my children, then the why is strong enough that you find how. And it doesn't matter, like, for example, if you are offering your services to clean houses, and then somebody said, I don't need to clean my houses, but I would appreciate that somebody would cut my grass. Doesn't matter. I came to clean the house and I'm cutting the grass or something else. Or somebody would say, I need some help in bakery. Here I am. And then, step by step, then you develop towards your heartfelt, dream or job motivation and so on. So I don't know, when you are looking now it's just a few years before New Year, and we are making plans, what I want to do and what I want to do and what I want to achieve, what kind of goals I want to set for next year. And there is this kind of system and that kind of system. And of course, most of them, they are helpful, But the real thing is, why do you want that? What is the driving force? What is a cause that wakes you up in the morning? What is something that doesn't let you sleep in the night? And when you find that why, then the how, is the next step. And then we will talk about how in the maybe next video. But first thing is, if you haven't achieved goals, or if you really want to achieve the goals in the next year or whatever the time you're looking this video, you need to find your why. My name is Miran Peterman. I'm energy success coach and spiritual medium. Follow me for more insights about energy, about achieving your potential. I wish you a beautiful day and see you in the next video.